Welcome everybody. I love you. I know you're enjoying watching my videos. I'm really thankful to you. The channel is able to make good improvement from 0 subscriber to 623 subscribers. It's not a mean achievement. This is a good improvement. This is all because of you people. You've been watching my videos. You keep on watching my videos. I'm so thankful to you. Everyone who watches my videos, I really thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would like to ask you, please subscribe to my channel. Let us work together. Let's do the job we are doing. Let us be the witness in the future of the good job that you are going to do. Because I know this channel comes a time when it will be more than what it is now. So that's great indeed. I really love you. Today, we just want to talk about few things about what's going on in Malawi. You know, this is a country which is for many people, this country is not doing well for many Malawians, to be honest. I saw the people who went to attend the walk-in interviews for the jobs of the HSA, they're called Heavy Surveillance Assistants. Hey people, there were a lot of people who came to attend the interviews. They filled up the stadium. If you know Chiwembe Stadium, there were a lot of people there, and all places where the interviews were taking place, there were a lot of people. I want to tell you, it's not a good thing. It's like everyone wants to be a heavy surveillance assistant, like the whole Malawi. Because there are no jobs in Malawi. Things are so bad in the country of Malawi. It is so because of the people who are said to be working for the people, but they're not working for the people. How come young people don't have jobs? How come the stadium can be full of the people attending the interviews? And how many people are you looking for? How many people will you select out of millions of people looking for the jobs? How many people are you going to select for the job? Maybe you're going to take 11 people, 5 people, wasting time of people. That's not good. So it is the sign to say that in Malawi, if you would like to know about Malawi, maybe some of you are not from Malawi. I know that people who have subscribed to this channel, they're not Malawians. But we are giving you the information about the content about Malawi, and we are saying about what's going on in our country. This is not to say that our country is really bad, but we are just as a country which is experiencing economic shocks. It's not a good thing. I know in other countries, maybe there can be the similar thing going on, but Malawi, because Malawi is the poorest country, one of the poorest countries in the world, and we should expect such thing to happen, but it must not be happening every year. That's another problem with me about this thing, because every year that's the same story. Like there's no improvement at all. We had the walk-in interviews as well. I think last year there were a lot of people there. The last of last year, the same thing. Why things are happening like that? Those people who are in power, excuse me, we always blame the politicians because these are the people who are responsible for this thing. So don't they see what is happening? They see, but they don't want to do something so that people can at least get better things, get better services. They should get the jobs because there is a big problem in Malawi, unemployment. In Malawi, unemployment is really high. There's a high unemployment. And this is, for me, a difficult thing. We need to do better as a country. We cannot be talking about the nation of Malawi getting developed when we see that many people are still poor. The development which is being talked in Malawi as something that has been achieved is not about the ordinary people. It's about the people who have good positions of influence, position of power. It's about those people that have good control of the economy, control of the government. Those people that are working, that have been selected by the president to be working. Those people have got better life. Because there are people who just get appointed by the president to work as chief executive officer, to work as ambassadors, to work as ministers, and to work in different organizations at different levels. President has got that power, constitutional power, to select people to work for him. Those can be getting better life. They get everything from the government. But the ordinary Malawians are going through a lot. I'm telling you, they're suffering. People who are poor Malawians, they don't have anybody else to support them, to help them. These are the ones who are going through a lot. That's why you see that these young people, they're looking for a job desperately. They want to get a job. So government is aware about this, that there are many people who have no jobs. And still government is educating more people. These people, they will need job at some time. But if you're not able to create jobs, then there's nothing you're doing. Because what government should be doing, and all other organizations that work in support to government, what you can be doing is to make sure that you are creating jobs for the young people. So you are able to create jobs how? Make sure that there is something that you are doing as a government. For example, there are more companies, or you are constructing more roads, you are building the nation, you are developing the nation by constructing the roads. People can go and work. Or you are opening new companies, you are taking control of the companies. Because there are other companies which are failing to operate properly because of lack of funding. But these companies are very big companies, are crucial to the development of the country. But because they don't have enough financial ability to work, to do their jobs, to have their operations. So what is happening is that they are now just operating maybe half the operation that company requires to operate at, or maybe lower than that. So what government can do is just to take ownership of those companies and inject more money in those companies and begin to employ more young people to work in those companies. The companies, I know, cold storage is not working the way it was supposed to be working in Malawi. By then, cold storage was belonging to government. It was able to operate nationwide and creating more jobs, farming jobs, and many more jobs. That's just an example, because I know government of Malawi, they, you know what they call privatization. This word for me, it's sometimes difficult. They privatized the government companies, the public companies. They sold all the companies. They remained with very few companies. They did that because International Monetary Fund pressurized the government of Malawi to privatize the public companies so that the government of Malawi would receive loan from the International Monetary Fund. That was a bad choice the government of Malawi did. So, as the government now has no more companies, there are few companies, and most of the companies owned by government are not effective. They're not doing their things very well. They cannot employ more people, and they're not even able to open up new companies. So government should take ownership of the companies which are failing to operate in Malawi. Every company, whether it's a supermarket, whether it's a shopping mall, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's about telecommunication, whatever company, government take ownership of those companies and inject more money in those companies. They must operate effectively because they're there to provide the services to the people. They're not there to make just supernormal profits. Because most of these companies are making supernormal profits. They're getting rich. Only the chief executive officer and the other shareholders in the company are the ones who are making more money, who are gaining from these companies which are failing to operate properly. Because they take all the profits. They're not there to invest in the nation. They're not there to help develop this nation. They're there for their own personal reasons. They come to invest in Malawi, not to help Malawi to grow economically. They come to Malawi in order to reap Malawians, in order to steal welfare here in Malawi. So government, you must know, these young people who are looking for jobs, you can help them. There are more young people who are looking for jobs in this nation. They need help. They need help. Because you are destroying the nation if young people are not productive. The economy is destroyed already. We know about that. Because as a country, we are not able to control our own economy. We are not able. We can't make decisions about how we would like our economy to be like. That's why today I can wake up and be shocked to see that the price of a certain product which I bought at a less amount like yesterday, today is very expensive. I can't afford to buy it anymore. That's what is happening in Malawi. This is very bad thing, so to say. We can do better. Whatever is happening in Malawi is happening because we haven't been serious as the nation. To be honest with you, people who are watching my videos, maybe you're just a new person watching my videos for the first time, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Please help to grow this channel. And I'm very thankful to everybody else who has subscribed to my channel. Once again, thank you. I would like to even ask you to do more. Engage with me on this channel. Let's discuss everything you would like to discuss on the comments. And you can also give more likes to the videos, thousands of likes. And put more comments to the video so that we can be able to have more people coming to our channel and watch our videos. Right, we're talking about what's going on in Malawi, and this is the video that I'm talking about the current situation in Malawi. And I'm saying that the interviews that just happened like yesterday for the HSA, Hefe Surveillance Assistant. There were interviews yesterday. I tell you, there were walk-in interviews actually. I tell you, there were a lot of people, right? I saw, actually, this, you were seeing the pictures there. Just watch, right? A lot of people attending the interviews. And the sad story about this is that only a few people are going to be picked from these interviews as successive people. The rest to be left out. So if out of millions of people attending the interviews, just 2,000 people selected for the jobs, this is a big blow to the nation of Malawi. Because what about these other people? Because in the country, there's a high unemployment, right? Malawi has got high unemployment, highest unemployment. I'm telling you, when I'm talking about the high, you know what I mean. It means out of 100, only 2 people are able to get the job. Out of 100, only 2 people can get the job. Maybe 2 people can also be a big number, a big amount of people. Maybe we should say out of 100, maybe 0 is getting the job. I'm telling you, it's sad in Malawi. Out of 1,000, 0 is getting the job. Out of 10,000, 0 people getting the jobs. Out of 100,000 people, only 1 could get the job. That's like the situation in Malawi. This is not just to speak ill about the nation. This is the situation that is prevailing in our nation. But we can do better as a nation. Government, how can you deal with unemployment in Malawi? How can you deal with the economy which is not performing? How can you solve the problems that we are having? You need to invest more money in our nation. Invest in agriculture, invest in mining, invest in commercial, everything, invest. If you do that, our economy is able to grow. If you invest money in this nation as a government, we're able to grow our economy. But if you keep on taking the money for personal uses, that is the problem now. Because the money is not going to go into the economy. It's going to go into your pockets. You're going to spend it in the United Kingdom. You're going to spend it in America. You're going to spend it somewhere else. Because the people who steal money, they don't use the money right now. They keep the money for years. And after a change of the government, or after more years of keeping the money, storing the money, and keeping it, they now bring the money into the economy. But the years that you have allowed to pass by without using that money which you store, there are people who have been suffering through those years because of lack of things. So as a government, invest money in the economy. Make sure that the economy is able to grow. Create jobs for the people. People cannot be going through whatever is happening now because of you, people who have got important positions. You can help. You can change. You can solve the problems. Actually, that's the responsibility that you have, to be honest with you. You can agree with me that the problems that we are having in Africa, these are problems that have been created because of doing politics too much. We've created a lot of problems. And if we keep on doing whatever we are doing, if we allow the problems to worsen in the nation, I would like to tell you, honestly, our nation will never become a good nation at all. The generation to come will be poor, and the many lives of the people will continue to be experiencing difficulties because we are not doing anything enough to change, to bring solution, to help end the problems. These kids, these people, actually not the kids at all, these people who are looking for the jobs and they're filling up stadiums just to attend the interviews for HCA positions, I would like to tell you that despite they want help, and there are more people, actually these people who went to attend the interviews are just very few, but there are others who did not decide to go and attend the interviews. There are in millions. Actually, the nation of Malawi has got officially 18 million people, but we are more than that. Actually, some people are saying maybe we are in 24 million people, 25 million people. And there are more people in Malawi who are not employed out of 18 million people. What are we doing for them? Should we keep on looking at the problems without doing something to deal with them. Actually, the government is good by promising people things which they are not able to do. They promise Malawians just to, make us feel like things are going to get better so that we can give them the votes. But when it comes to implementation of whatever they say, it's zero. There's nothing they do, these people. They lie too much. They promise too much. They do nothing. I can tell you, we need to begin to work, to do something. This is the nation that we have, guys. We cannot continue to be like these guys. I tell you, we can do better. It's so sad that there are people who always encourage the nation to be poor. They don't want to see Malawians getting out of poverty. There are people like that. They want Malawians to continue living in poverty. I'm telling you, they know they've got the capacity to hope, to change. There are people in government and the other people not in government. They don't want Malawians to be out of poverty because they want themselves to be rich. That's what is happening. They don't want to hope. There are more people. You wonder, in Africa, it's only in Africa, a president is very rich, but people who vote for him are poor. That happens in Africa. Ministers are able to have more money and they're living a rich life. But the people who are the ones who are supposed to be rich are in poverty. So who are you saving? If the people you save are poor and you yourself is rich, we should change the way we're doing the things in Africa. We can do better. We can do better. This is true. You can agree with me. It is happening in Africa. Go and find out. You see that the president, who is now the president of Malawi, Lazarus Chakwera, by the time he was coming into government, go and check the money he had. And now check right now, how much money does he have? You'll be surprised. Find out from Peter Mutharika, by the time he was coming into government, how much money did he has? And how much money is he having now after coming out of government? These people, they have money. Find out from the politicians. That's how they live. In Africa, that's the same thing. All the presidents, all the people in the government. That's why many people would like to be politicians, because they know there is easy money in politics. This is a money. You can just be a politician today, getting into government tomorrow, and next week you're a billionaire. That's what is happening in Africa. We must do something about this thing. We must have leaders who are for the people, who are working for the people. Not leaders who are looking for self-enrichment. No, that's not good. That's why we're having these problems whereby there are no jobs at all. Where people are not able even to harvest enough, because all the inputs necessary for the farming are so expensive. Very expensive. I'm telling you. We are not growing economically. I don't know who is going to help us if we don't change ourselves. There's nobody else who's going to solve our problems. We have got the responsibility to bring solution to our nation. And we can do better. I know we can change. I know it is possible. You just need to will. And you just need to love the people. If you love the people, there's going to be good results. But if you don't love the people, forget about bringing solution, changing the lives of the people, healing the economy which is sick. Forget about it, because you don't love the people, you love yourself. If you're a president, behave like a president who is for the people. You have got 20 million people who are looking forward to you to get helped, who are waiting for you to change their lives. And imagine you are messing. You're failing to give good direction. You don't know what to do. The people have got needs, have got inspirations. But you completely have no any understanding of what people are looking for. So you're messing up. People are looking at you now as an enemy, not as a president or all. They begin to speak bad about you because you are failing to do your job properly. You can do better, I tell you. All the politicians, all the leaders in Africa, you can do better. It's not only the situation like this which is happening in Malawi, but it's everywhere in Africa. Because as I'm speaking like this, I'm Malawian, but I'm African. And this is how politicians in Africa treat the people. They abuse people, they abuse resources, they abuse their positions. They steal, they're doing everything so that they can get rich. I don't know, they can have good heart. Yeah, everybody else who is looking for the position of the president in Africa or any politician may have good intentions. I want you to help. You can have that feeling in you that, no, things are not getting well. I need to start politics so that maybe I can be a solution. You can start having that kind of feeling like you're a good person. But once you are elected as a leader, once you get to that position that you've been looking for, you become the evil man. You become the devil in human form. You completely forget about the people. This is what is happening. Guru, like here in Malawi, everybody else can agree with me who is a Malawian watching this video, that the current government that we have, the current leader that we have, came into government because he was promising good things to Malawians. But out of what he promised, maybe 10% has been done, but 90% is not done. And actually, he promised a lot of things. And in most of the things he is doing right now, we are not promised. Whatever he promised, which people gave him votes for, he's not doing. I remember he said once he is voted into position of power, he will make sure that young people are getting jobs. Like every year, he will make sure that 1 million jobs were created. He promised food, abundant food in the nation, like to make farming great in the nation. But farming is not great in Malawi because he promised Malawians to buy fertilizer at 4,000 per bag. But today the bag of fertilizer in Malawi is 100 plus thousand Malawi kwacha, not 4,000 as he was speaking during his campaign, because they wanted just to get the votes. I'm telling you, lots of things actually were promised. If I can bring the manifestos of the people who are in government now and begin to lead to you those manifestos, you'll be like Malawi was to become another China, was to become another Singapore, was to become another Germany, was to become another America, was to become another Dubai. But the opposite has happened. We are the poorest country in the world. And the devaluation of Malawi kwacha has been devalued like crazy. They've devalued it for several times, and it continues to devalue. This is sad. It's happening. Why politicians? They find promising people a cheap thing to do, but they don't do what they say. It's very sad. So we can do better. Let's make sure that as politicians, as government, we are helping the people. We are building the economy that is going to help Malawians. And building the economy does not mean that you can build it right now and right now begin to enjoy the benefits of a good economy. It takes time. Like 4 years you have been in government, 5 years you've been in government, You'd have done better. So the Malawians by now would have been enjoying. But they are now still in problems. And you promise Malawians to have the better economy, the better country by the year of 2030. And this is impossible. Which 2030 are you talking about? If currently there's nothing showing us like the Malawi is going in the right direction, stop lying. Be people who can do whatever they say. If you don't think you know what to do, don't promise Malawians anything. Just begin to do, and they will be surprised to see you doing great things. We have got this nation. Let's love our nation. Let's build our nation. We can make Malawi to become the star. It is possible. But we should stop playing politics too much. We should start having the mindset of development. All Malawians should be, we should look at Malawians as important people. And we should love them. Malawians should not be going through hell. We must make sure that Malawians are enjoying in Malawi. And the lives that Malawians are living should be good living standard. We can do that. It is possible. Because doing politics all the time is not good. Cannot help this nation. We can do politics whenever we are doing our campaigns for elections. But after that, when we are in government, let's stop doing politics. Let us concentrate on the economy. Let us concentrate on the lives of the people. Stop doing politics when you're in government. You fail to make decisions because you're too much complicated because of political reasons and the political situation. Let's forget about the politics when you're in government. Everybody else doing the politics while in the government must be checked. We must build our nation. It's our nation. Let's develop it. Let's love it. I hate myself seeing that there is nothing that I'm doing in this nation, because there is currently not a good environment economically in Malawi for you to thrive. Whatever you are doing, just know that if you don't have support from the government, you're going to fall. Many people are doing business today that are not able to make profits if they are doing the business in the right way. But if you are involved in corruption, you can, some people that are involved in corruption, they can pretend as if they are working very hard by learning businesses. While they're doing corruption and doing the business is just something that they are using as a scapegoat. They're hiding something. These people are not doing the business. They're doing corrupt deals. The business is something that is just to show us as these people, they work hard. There are more people like that. There are more people like that. We can change that. Let's build our nation. Let's develop our nation. We can help to do that together. Actually, you government, honestly people, government has got the biggest responsibility. Politicians, we vote for you in order for you to make sure that you help the people, you help the nation to become a good nation, to provide good election, to improve the lives of the people, not to build your own life, to build your own empire. Right? It's not good. It's not good that the politicians, when they come into government, they should amass more welfare and forget more about the people. That's not good. We can do better. Thank you for watching this video. Please, I would like you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and do not forget to click the button. We'll be talking more about what's going on in Malawi on this channel. And we are going to do exactly that so that we can be able to pass the information. It's good to do that. I always enjoy your support.